sometimes, for whatever reason, my streaming software or whatever just decides, you know what? You know all those processors and stuff you paid for? You know all those cool, CPU, GPU stuff you got in your computer? We're not going to use fucking any of it.
I hate that.
We're literally going to use 0 of it. And the only way to, like, force it into actually doing it is running the program as administrator. Which
That's weird.
I really should just start doing that every single time I stream.
That's actually so frustrating, though.
Like, this is such a tiny game. What the fuck?
It's not even that much of a, like, game. It's not even that, like, hard.
It's a screensaver made in Unity.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Nope, not that one. There we go.
Doesn't like to work, or laptop, or I don't even remember what it is. It's okay.
Well, hopefully, it actually functions now. Now that I'm running it in administrator. Be a little bit pissy if it doesn't.
I wouldn't blame you if you were.
If I truly have to be fucked about it, I will turn the damn game off and we will sit here looking at a literal wall of paint drying. I will do that if need be.
I wouldn't be opposed.
And I will actually slightly try. It's got to be something with Unity or with fucking Streamlabs or something. I don't know. Either way, it hurts me. Alright, we gotta go back over everything we just talked about. Real quick. Quick TLDR. Dungeons & Dragons thing set in my universe. 4 characters are going down into hell. Those characters are an archangel named Steel, a wood nymph who takes on the form of Mother Nature, who is a god on her planet, and a demon, devil, who is the child of the sin of pride. And then we have Lumi's character, who we have decided is the champion of wind, and a Valkyrie from her planet. And that's where we're at so far. We talked for maybe 25 minutes. Not even.
Not even.
So... yeah, there was a robot.
Yeah.
Computer duck.
Gaming computer duck, let's go.
He showed up like he did a session. Wow, there's a lot of ducks now. There's a fucking fire duck. There's a magma duck.
Magma duck?
There's so many damn ducks now. Crazy stuff. Alright. So... ah, son of a bitch. Fine, fine. Fine. Game. Fuck you.
I have a feeling we're gonna be watching paint dry.
I need someone to get the fuck over here and look at my goddamn computer stuff and tell me what's wrong with it. It's like, don't get it. Don't get it. Now I gotta find something else to put on screen. Because apparently the duck game, the screensaver duck game, is too much. Fucking stupid shit. See what I can find. No. No ads. I'm not doing ads. Screw off Best Buy. Is there movement? No, that's a still image. All right, know what I'm looking for. I need something that isn't a still image. Literally can't find anything. All right. True sad days. That'll do. Can't have shit. Literally can't have anything in this day and age, I swear.
Yeah, it feels like that.
Literally just wanted to have a little game in the background while we talked, and no, you're not allowed to have that. Alright, there. Now we're in hell. How's that? That works.
Fitting.
I wanted to have stupid little duck game, but I guess I'm not allowed to have stupid little duck game. Bunch of bullshit. Can't have anything, I swear. Literally can't have anything. Sure, the ducks will be fine. It's still just kind of weird that I can't, can't play the damn duck game or the stream dies. That's fun. That's good. Maybe it's Unity. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe Unity is just actually genuinely dog shit.
That is very possible.
Okay. Well, now we're back on track again, and stream shouldn't lag or crash or piss me off again. So now we can get back to what we were on about. Welcome in, Jook. I'm sorry, but no ducks. No ducks today. Twitch said no. Alright, so restate of logic here. Valkyrie, champion of the Wind God. The planet of Terra 2 usually... What the hell's it called? The gods on Terra 2 usually choose their champions because they are either the most fitting or the biggest requesting of that title.
Mm-hmm.
So, the nature god, Luna, and all of her descendants, or ascendants, the family, all of her family members,
Mm-hmm.
her father, her father's father, her father's mother, yada yada, all of them chose one guy, and this motherfucker has lived through 3 dead gods. So champions last a long time usually, unless they like get killed off.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea how old she is. That's up to you. Although,
Okay.
depressingly, her planet is gone.
Oh.
I don't remember if it's gone by the time of the campaign that we're going to be doing. But at some point, the Monarch, if you remember the Monarch,
Mm-hmm.
the the evil void god, blows up Terra 2. He blows up a lot of planets, though. He's got a thing for that. He really likes cracking planets in half like eggs. I don't even fucking remember how he destroyed that planet either. Holy shit. Huh. I gotta go over with that with Brimstone again. I think he knows when it happened.
My grandma was talking to me. What did I forgot to do? Oh
What?
no.
What
I
happened?
forgot to take my medicine.
Oh.
I have to take it with food.
Oh.
Give me a second while I go make a sandwich real quick. Just so I have
Alright.
something for this. Okay, I'll be right back.
Alright, I'll try explaining some other things. So the Archangel is one of 3, and as far as he is aware, is the only one left of his siblings. He is also one of the more powerful entities in this little universe. Hmm. These are good. These are good pretzels. Buffalo flavored pretzels. Highly recommend. And if you like pretzels, get Dots. Dots is pretty good. Okay, so Valgor Steel is one of 3 angels, 3 remaining archangels. He has 2 siblings, which are older than him. I think it was Sophiciny Sterling, something like that. And the minus Bronze. I believe that was their names, but they usually just go by their last names. So you got Bronze, Sterling, and Steel. The 3 big metals of human ingenuity. Steel is one of the only remaining angels that is still a 100% angel, although he has fallen a little bit from grace. Luna is the mother nature of her planet. She is also a very good healer, and that's mainly her big role on the team. is support, but she is still dangerous, having full control over most plant life. And I don't know how far that reaches, and we still haven't fully figured that out, but yeah. She is biologically a nymph, a woodland fae creature. And then we have Aboth, who will be the child of the sin of pride. They are a biologist as well as a chemist who will also be running support, but mainly as the guide of hell, as they're familiar with the area. Luckily, they are not the deal-slinging sort of devil, simply just doing their best. With their biggest factor going on here is that they know the other sins pretty well. They're a big fan of sloth, as they're a little bit of a junkie, a little bit of a couch potato, so they're very familiar with sloth's content, as sloth is the sin who controlled the networks and the TVs and the entertainment of hell. And the hope here is that they can go down there and find sloth. Because Aboth happened to notice that all of the TVs and wires that are sprayed across hell finally turned back on after so long of not functioning. And said TVs are producing a weird message. So hopefully that means Sloth is still breathing. Somewhere. They just gotta go and find his ass. Whatever rock he happened to crawl under and sit there for the last 70 odd years. And now we have this Valkyrie woman, who we're going to have to figure out a name for. Luckily, it doesn't have to be based on the element of wind. It can be quite literally anything. Just the fact of she's magically enhanced, probably immortal, more than likely has a lot of control over wind and weather, probably like Storm does, the mutant from X-Men. She's got wings, and she's got a pole arm. Very simple, hopefully. Also, having two characters that can fly will be really fucking useful. Easier to traverse hell. You don't really want to walk through the area that's behind us. Easier to just fly through it. It was actually that game. How the fuck were other people streaming that duck game? Is my computer or internet just that crap? I can't even believe it. So depressing. Anyway. How long does it take to make a damn sandwich? Surely it doesn't take that long. I should have made food too. Before stream. Damn it. That was a missed opportunity. Oh well, I'll have to make something after. Or during an intermission. Welcome back.
Do not fear. I have food. I made myself a quick sandwich. I was had to use the bathroom, so that's why I was gone for so long, but I'm back now.
Right. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
So, I think visually, in some capacity, this Valkyrie's wings would you remember Avatar, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the sort of way they visualize airbending.
Yeah,
It'd probably look like that. Probably how her wings look. Is manifested air into wings. Which means, in a really fucking cool display, if we can actually pull it off, she can mimic her commander, which would be Steel. Not by just having wings, but Steel is a what's a good word for it? He's not damned and he's not fallen. He's more like disgraced. So he sort of cut his binds to heaven, which led to his wings becoming more metallic looking and a bit blood red. So Steel's whole thing is he's known as the Archangel of War. So his color palette is very like rust and steel. Very a lot of silvers and reds. So, I don't know, having a cool moment somewhere in the midst of this campaign where she decides to take a book out of her commander's page, or a page out of her commander's book, flub that, where she like manifests up her wings, but uses like the dust and the stone and the like fire around her to make a pair of wings that are like bright red. Could be cool.
I like that. Also, I find it funny how I said I was going to go for a more simple type of shading, and now I'm still doing like a
happens
random fuck ton.
It happens.
The same thing with makeup. I say, hey, I'm going to go for a natural look. Turns out to be full glam.
It's like, I'm just going to be really simple today. I'm just really simple. Just a little bit of hair layer. 3 hours later, walk out looking like a drag queen.
Yeah. Typically how it goes for me.
So I had pretty good skit, honestly. Like, I gotta get ready to go outside. Hold on, I gotta put on a little makeup to look better. Walks out fucking 2 hours later, full clown makeup.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened to a little makeup? I wanted to accessorize. Fuck you.
It's typically how it goes for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd believe it.
The only time it's actually any kind of like I find it acceptable for me to be in full glam is if I'm cosplaying.
Yep. I always have that problem with basically everything I do. Of just like, I'll just get one, I just get one, that I'm end up with like a whole basket full. It's like I just want a little tree ends up eating an entire 3-course breakfast. So the Valkyrie needs a name, obviously. That's a huge step. Probably good to knock that out of the thing first for anything else. And her professions and stuff don't really help too much, because she doesn't exactly need a name that counteracts to being a wind goddess of sorts. She also wasn't always a champion and always a Valkyrie. She could have been literally fucking anything beforehand. Although logically, she probably was a warrior.
Probably, yeah. Because we don't know whether like quite. Oh, sorry.
True first.
We don't know, like what planet she's from.
Well, Terra too. She's from the same place Luna's from.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm dumb. Sorry.
Yeah, lost track a little bit. Yeah, she's from the same planet that
It's more of a fantasy type place.
Yeah, it's a fantasy world.
Mm-hmm.
Very high magic fantasy world.
Okay. So definitely a warrior of sorts. I like that, yeah.
There's a couple obvious ones. A, she's an Amazonian of sorts. That's fucking obvious one. That's like right there, standing in front of us. The other options would be high elf. We could go non-conventional. Can't really think of any other races that would make it like more interesting. Like the obvious three. The obvious three in my mind is Amazon, high elf, or regular human who is a warrior princess of some kind. I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I like them all though, but I do like the elf idea.
Elves are easy.
The magic.
Elves are more. They're just as abundant as human beings.
But almost anyone could be an elf, and that's probably like the most like top picked like character for D&D as well.
Yep.
Because elves are just easy to draw.
Yeah, it's just a change of the ears.
Draw, but like in general.
Yep.
I have to do some research. But wait, so are we picking from like the generic like D&D races, or are we doing our own race? No.
Well, I'm also using those, but it's like it's a fantasy world, so realistically, there's any mixture of crazy shit walking around.
That's not what I wanted. Okay.
But there has to be also a connection to like, why is she the champion of wind? What happened that led to that situation? To become a champion of one of the elements, you have to embody it a little bit. You either have to know that god specifically, personally, devote yourself to it, or have some connection to the wind. Like a devotion strong enough to where, the wind would actually give a fuck to have you as a champion. Which means that leaves two major options that would make pretty damn good sense. She's a pirate, or a sailor. A lifestyle that entirely, backs on the water and the wind. Another option could be wandering mercenary. Although that's a bit more of a stretch. Maybe she's from a fallen kingdom, and after, everything went to shit, she took up a vow word for word saying, "I will go as the winds take me."
Honestly, I like that.
And she almost played off of it very literally, where she doesn't literally just follow paths, it's whatever direction the wind goes, she follows it.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
That was my alarm. Sorry.
Scared the fuck out of me.
Sorry.
Wake up all the goddamn ASMR viewers. Wake the fuck up. Pay attention.
Can
Shit's
I
important.
make her a vampire by chance?
I don't see why not. But it would be difficult.
It would be difficult. It would.
Being a creature of the night doesn't exactly connect very well to weather.
Fair point. Scratch that. This is an excuse to get a vampire in there. I love vampires way too much.
Yeah, we have a couple of those already. They get a lot of their screen time.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that we don't have, I'm sure there's something. She could be a Cyclops. Don't have many of those. Or fucking, I don't know.
Hold on.
She could be a wood elf.
I'm getting somewhere. Hold on. No, that'd be too much. No, hold on.
What about... It's a weird break off, but it's an interesting idea because there's a character I didn't do a whole lot with, but it would lead to a very amusing scene. There's a species of elf on Terra 2 that are counterpart. They're close in connection to drow, which are usually deep underground elves. Usually white skin, white hair, shit like that. But these are less subterranean and more just isolated underground elves. And I never fully expanded the logic of them besides that fact, which they were just a colony. A colony
Are you talking about like the drow as in like dark skinned white hair?
Yes.
Type elves?
These aren't that. These aren't those, but they're related to them in that context.
Related to them.
They're basically ground elves.
Ground elves. Oh.
But they look like regular ass elves. They're really just really pale elves. Like I didn't fully expand the mentality. Besides, their kingdom would live like in burrows, sort of like what the fuck are those places called? There's like those cities built into the sides of mountains. Like basically, this type of elf lives in a giant cave with a whole ass city, and you can still see light peeking through the ceiling of the cave. So they're not that far from the surface. They're just isolated. And their kingdom is ran by a matriarchy. So the strongest, or like the empress of these elves is a woman, and it's always been a female that has ruled it. And it's believed that she is the champion of life. But their people also devote themselves to the god of the ground, of rock and stone and such. Sort of like how dwarves do. And they have one elf who wants to leave the kingdom, a young man named Malachite, who wants to leave the kingdom and learn all of the magics across Terra 2. So he goes out on this long fucking journey to meet every single champion or god that he can meet to learn their magic. And he gets like 9 of them. How interesting can it be that when he finally gets to the Wind Champion, it's one of his own species?
Backtrack, sorry. Hold on, backtrack a second. You gotta have to backtrack a lot because I spaced out really bad.
Okay.
We have, okay. Who is he again?
Malachite is a chosen elf of the underground elf kingdom who wanted to leave his kingdom to go research and learn all of the magic of Terra 2.
Okay.
So to do so, he went and met every single god or champion of a god that he could find.
Yeah.
And out of the 13, he met 9 of
them. Okay.
So,
I got you.
How cool is it? Probably a bit stunning for him, to when he meets the Wind Champion, it's one of his own species.
Honestly, I like that idea.
One he has never heard of because she was exiled.
I love that! Yes!
So she's a forgotten champion, a forgotten legend. Only to be learned that of her, like the truth of some bullshit, like she didn't care for the rock god. She wanted to soar. She wanted to see the sky.
Yeah.
She was tired of living underground. She wanted to not just see the sky, but bear witness to it, exist within it. So she built a fucking air machine, like a flying craft, and the bullshit of her doing that led her people to think she was either crazy or, not have her people in mind. So they threw her the fuck out. They're like, all right, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway. And then she makes like a flying craft. And that's how she earns the bestowment of the wind god. She actually made like a zeppelin or something. Maybe it's even further than that. Maybe it was quite literally like she didn't believe in her kingdom's ruler. And it was just like, I'm tired of living underground. This stuff sucks. We're leaving. I'm gonna go start my own kingdom. So she was like, she was the ruler of the Sky Elves.
Wait, who? Wait.
Your Valkyrie?
My bad. Okay.
She decided to be the ruler of the Sky Elves.
Okay.
So her and a bunch of her followers left, exiled by the ground elves. And her people and her put together a flying machine and built their own little kingdom up in the sky. And then something happened that got the fuck rid of it. And that day is what led to her becoming a champion for the Wind God. I'm not sure what it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they pissed a dragon off. Maybe another kingdom finally attacked. Maybe there was infighting.
Mm-hmm.
But however it may be, maybe infighting. Infighting is the most like common because elves just love to stab each other in the back.
Yeah.
So maybe her like ruling style was sucking, or like maybe her people just decided new ruler or something, and just threw her over the edge. Whatever situation be damned. Maybe the kingdom was falling on hard times, and they all believed that she was full of shit. Like she was promising them stuff that she just couldn't actually do at that time. So
like
all her people gathered her up, carried her to the edge of the kingdom, and threw her the fuck off. And as she plummeted, she called out to, the wind god that she has been praying to, and the wind god finally bestowed her champion status.
Ooh. Oh. What if? Okay, also, building onto that, make it a little more, I wouldn't say tragic, but add a little spice. She's been praying to the wind god, right? Ruler of the wind, of the sky elves, right? Blah, blah, blah,
yeah, to keep the kingdom up.
Keep the kingdom up, yeah. But has been getting no answers, right? So, actually, now I'm lost. Hold on, give me a second. Brain, please. Thank you. Work. She's been praying and praying and praying, but she's gotten no answer, right? And then, right as she's about to give up, right as she's like about giving up on it, right? The sky elves are about to throw, or like, yeah, let's overthrow her, blah blah blah, throw her off the edge. Yeah. She's falling, right? Prays one last time. Doesn't think it's gonna make any difference. Champion.
Yeah, she finally prays not for her people but for herself.
And that's what
and that champion and the god finally notices.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was making too drastic of requests.
Yes.
Too vague. Too much.
So many people. Mm-hmm.
She had to be a lot more direct. And then finally he noticed.
Yes. I like that a lot. Yes, I love that.
Which means you get to have that crazy I've seen it all over the place in like multiple areas and multiple characters, but it's that sort of thing of like, a woman or whatever stands up and says like, I am the devoted, I am the strength of this thing, and everyone's like, nah, bullshit, burn her, and they burn her, and she actually is the god of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I like it.
I forgot what theirs are called, like the Seraphs. Mm-hmm. It's like the DBD lady, prophet.
Yeah.
The lady with the hanging thing, the plague walker chick.
Mm-hmm.
Her story is exactly like that, of just like, I am the devoted of this cause of the plague. It travels through me, and they're just like, bullshit, prove it. And so they drench her in the fucking plague, and she shows it's like, yeah, it works. It's in me now. I'm the plague. And there was like a modded character for Darkest Dungeon. Same logic. She was like a religious figure, and then they burned her at the stake, but she didn't die. She was granted like holy powers through being fucking emulated. So, similar logic. Okay. They throw her ass off the kingdom, and as she's falling, the champion finally hears her, catches her, gives her the champion status and powers, and then sends her back up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get that perfect mural-like visage of all of the people watching as she soars back up in front of them with wings of wind. I'm like, see? And you fucking doubted me!
You doubted me! You doubted me this entire time! I love that.
And probably the biggest, like, scuff on the knee is that she abandoned her own fucking people afterwards.
Said y'all couldn't appreciate me at my worst. Y'all ain't gonna get me at my best. Bye!
I was like, you made your choice to get rid of me. Now that I have my devotion shown, I am leaving. Good luck keeping this thing in the air without me.
And then they all fall and perish.
Now, it probably takes a little bit longer because the whoever takes over is dog shit or whatever, and yeah, the kingdom eventually crashes into the ground.
And then at that point, it's just a wandering Valkyrie.
Yeah, elf civilizations don't last very long. Well, they do, but they last about a generation or two.
Mm-hmm.
And then that leads to eventually Malachite finding her, fuck knows where, only to come across the logic of like, wait a minute, you're a Zatopan. Which all the elves had like specific names. And that meant they weren't all literally just called like desert elf, sand elf, snow elf, yada yada yada. They all had like actual. They had distinctive names. I just don't remember them all off the top of my head.
Like how species have specific scientific names.
Yeah.
Or how like like in a way how humans have different races.
Nope.
Maybe.
Caucasian, African, Asian. You don't call it fucking, snow human, plains human, coastal human, whatever. There's like a set name for it because of area or whatever. So, same logic.
Yeah.
He meets her and notices the facial structure and the obvious, like, visage of them looking very similar to each other. I was like, you're as open, like me. I'm like, correct. I have been long exiled from those lands. It wouldn't be emotional, but it would definitely be a little bit of a knee slapper moment.
Yeah.
Of Malachite getting to learn the history of his people in a way he wasn't aware of before. Which is exactly the reason why he didn't go to fuck back. Is wandering the world, he found out over the span of the next 100 years that his people were underground for an exactly good reason. Not for their safety, but the reverse. Is that they were shunned. Yeah, they were shunned by almost everyone to stay the fuck down there.
I would too, honestly.
Why? I don't know, but yeah. They're down there with good reason. So, yeah, she's a elf subspecies with the power of weather.
Like
The little depressing factor is once Terra 2 is destroyed, doesn't matter where the fuck you're from, what type of elf you are now just labeled elf.
Yeah.
Once you get to the Central Realm.
Back on my planet, we used to have distinctive names, and now I'm just considered an elf.
It's like, well, there's a lot of... Once you get to the Central Realm, there's a lot of fucking people here. So it's kind of just like, we can't have 98,000 subspecies of human. You're all human now. It's better for the books. The archive would get like too bloated if we had to like, ask everyone your exact distinct subspecies.
Oh, you're this type of human? Nah, you're just a human now.
It's just, I've seen that in like animes and stuff where it's just like a human meets an alien that is also just really human looking, and it's like, I'm human. What are you? Oh, I'm a Zabidian. It's like, no, you're a human. We have identical DNA, looks, everything. There's literally nothing about you that doesn't scream human. You're a human.
Yeah.
So it'd be the same logic with the elves. It's just like, oh, you're a darker skin elf. No one gives a shit. You gotta have like really noticeable, obvious difference. Which is like the distinct of elves and drow. So yeah, that also keeps up with the lucky convenience of having two people with wings. Or at least, two people with the ability of flight. And she's also not religious. At least not in a conventional way. So she really wouldn't have any anger or ire towards demons. Maybe a light disdain, purely just because of, fantasy.
Yeah.
A cast magic missile. Literal multi-year-old god, most powerful of her species, casts magic missile level 1.
Magic. Yeah. No, I wonder if like the reason she doesn't really like demons or something is
Well, she would have the obvious, like every other person from a fantasy world, which is they're contract writing scumbags.
Yeah.
Most of them are not exactly.
Maybe they were part of the reason she got kicked out.
Doubtful. It was probably more just she didn't like the Empress and just wanted a better life.
That's true.
As is every fucking culture, if you think incorrectly, they throw you the fuck out. She wanted to bear witness to the sky, and everyone underground was like, no, we don't do that here. And she's like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway, and they threw her the hell out. It's like, I go make Skyboat, and you're gonna have to deal with it, losers.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds right. Yeah.
Alright.
I like that.
Wait, what's really horrifying thinking about it, down in hell, she's more powerful than on land. Because the air would be hot.
Heat rises. Therefore, if she's using the wind as her wings, that means she could fly even higher.
Or even faster. Although having, throwing around like a boiling hot wind isn't going to do dog shit against demons. But,
she definitely would be able to fly higher and faster.
The molten heat of the area. I could see it. What's crazy is that the campaign is going down. So you're going down the circles of hell. Which just means she'll get stronger as she goes deeper. In theory.
In theory.
I don't really know what other powers that stuff would give besides, immortality, flight, control over the element of air and wind.
Yeah.
She doesn't really have a control over the weather, necessarily.
I do know that, typically, specifically in, Helioverse's games, or specifically Genshin, when Animo meets a certain other elements, except for like Geo, I think, and Dendro, it'll pick up that element and kind of spread it, like swirl reaction.
So wind is
maybe
one of
she
the
could do something
many.
like that.
Yeah, wind is one of the many things that can work with or counter on all the other elements.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most kinetic. It's the most plus.
Kinetic, yeah.
Is lightning usually happens because of static force in clouds. And clouds are formed through moisture. So she can't inherently make clouds or make a storm of lightning, but she can move where the clouds go. So at her bare minimum, she can change the weather. She just can't physically move it or physically make it.
Yeah.
So if it's a rainy day, she can simply just guide the clouds away.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I can see it.
Like, what if people are like having a drought and they like ask her like, "Hey, can you somehow make it rain?" Knowing that she has some kind of like wind power or something, obviously, because it looks like she would.
Just flies up into the sky and goes collects a bunch of clouds.
Collects a bunch of clouds, brings them back, and then boom, water. She can't make the weather happen. She can just guide it.
Yeah, she can affect the weather, which is useful, just not in hell.
Yeah.
But it has its uses. Her more like drastic use here is going to be being able to make things fuck off in a direction. And her weapon.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the bill hook is a very good idea. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, it is it's a dragging tool.
Dragging tool?
Yeah, it's a hook. It's a hook with a blade. And usually goddesses and gods and such of folklore who have the ability to change the fucking weather usually carry hooks.
I like that. I like the symbolism. I'm a slut for symbolism.
It is pretty good. I love symbolism and tragedy. It's very fun. We can move over.
Why did I say I was going to do simpler, and I just go for non-simple again every time?
Okay, we can move over to the Discord open channel.
Sure, we can.
It's getting around 11:30 when GoodLeaf can get their stuff together. Want to join us? We'll be in the open. And we wait. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god! I forgot about that.
All right. A lot of weird sounds today.
I don't know if they can hear you again. Hold on.
Yeah, I gotta fix that.
Oh, no, they can. Never mind, they can.
Yep. Discord's usually pretty constant.
That's good.
Well, there you go. All right, let me shrink.
Hello.
Shrink down a little bit so you're both still on screen. There we go.
Hold on. No, I gotta grab. So it's group Fuji. No, I'll get individual Fuji instead.
It's all on screen. I am a jackass. I was going to look up like words and stuff. to make a decent name out of for the Child of Pride. I'm not sure which language would be decent for that, though. That's the problem. You still haven't given the Valkyrie a name! Fuck! I don't know. Duel. Duel something. Can't think of a decent last name. I'm sure one will hit me eventually. But yeah, I kind of like the name Duel. Duel. Very simple. I think that works. 3 E's. For no good reason, but yeah, there you go, 3 E's. Okay. What else is there? We have the Valkyrie now. We have our full team.
Oh, you're gonna also have to probably text me everything we just talked about so I can actually draw her.
I will try.
Yay!
I will try to remember.
Okay.
I think that's really it though, because it's like she got her backstory, got her name, she got her concept. She works for the fucking Archangel of War. I got to remember what the hell Steel's purpose is to make that make sense, but we'll figure that out later. So now it leaves Aboth.
Yeah.
Which we already had a couple loose ideas because the demons are way more fleshed out and everything.
Yeah, they are.
So I have more to work with there, mainly because this character already kind of existed in the last time I tried to do this shit. We're just updating and fixing it into a different character.
Yeah.
Same loose idea. At this point, we might just keep the goddamn name Aboth. Like,
it's a good name.
It's non-gendered. It doesn't exactly tie back to anything. It's a simple nickname.
I like it.
I'm deeply in the bag here of like if it's a nickname or a shorten of the name.
It can be whichever.
Because there's that big thing of demons don't like you saying their names. That kind of becomes a pretty big plot point during this campaign.
Okay.
So most devils try really hard to not have people learn their names.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I know that's like a with certain universes, that's a thing.
It's a Warhammer thing. I've seen a couple other places too. And with devils, it's incredibly important because if you know their name, you can void their contracts.
Interesting.
Kind of like Stiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin.
Mm-hmm.
You learn the devil's name, you could basically tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
Just pound sand. I'm not following your contract anymore.
And they don't like that.
Yeah, a lot of them not a big fan. The other thing is that it also works like Bioshock's Would You Kindly? If you tell a devil or anything below a devil to do something with its name, it must do it.
Interesting.
Although a devil isn't contractualized to do it. They're not forced. It just causes a will in their mind to accomplish the goal at some point.
Okay.
It's not like like if you tell an imp to do something with its name, it will go and do it immediately. If you tell a demon to do something with its name, it'll like, be a little pissy about it, but it will eventually do it.
It's on the list.
Yeah, a devil, it'll make them like incredibly annoyed, and it'll like itch at them every time they get close to it. Sort of a guy. It puts a fucking pin on their like quest board. That's about it. It puts another marker on their like map that they have to now go and deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything
that
above
when you stumble into an area and then automatically get a side quest.
Yeah. Anything above that, it goes the opposite direction. You can't tell them what to do, you just lose all the effects of what that demon can do. And above devil is Demon Lord, Archdevil, I believe it's Count? Something along those lines. Count or Duke or some royal tag. Custodian, and then Sin and Ruler of Hell. Demon Lords and Archdevils. If you say their names, their powers stop working on you. Wholesale, you become completely fucking immune to anything they can do. Custodians and Sins, similar logic, but with less effectiveness. So, like, let's take the Sin of Pride, since, that's relevant. If you know the name of the Sin of Pride, their power to affect you and your ego stops functioning. You become immune to the Sin of Pride.
Like it goes away, or does it come back?
But they can't influence you.
Oh yeah.
They can't force your ego to, like, whatever the fuck, however that would work.
To explode.
An easier one is Greed, who is a part of the GODS. He's one of the two people who are guiding this campaign, I guess. They're one of the two debriefers before the campaign starts. They're one of the two voices that'll be in everyone's ear.
Okay.
3 voices, technically. There's 2 guys in one body. But, yeah. The Sin of Greed has the ability to manipulate you, affect your chances of luck, make you greedy about something. Usually he plays a hands of card with people, and he'll use his like manipulation on you to want to bet more. in the hopes of getting more, but in reality you're not going to win because it's the fucking devil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, similar logic, you say his name to him and that shit don't work no more. He can't cheat you, he can't play you, he can't manipulate you anymore. That'll be useful because to defeat Sloth, you're going to need his name. Beating him on a one-on-one fight is not going to work.
We can figure out his name.
Yeah. It'll be pretty simple. It's not too extreme. It's just saying it. As that's sort of a bigger problem is as you go up the tree of demons in rank, their names get more complicated to say. So, Greed has a 7-syllable name.
That's crazy.
And it is basically backwards Latin. That shit is damn near impossible to say unless you really try.
I'll give it a go.
Like, it's so painful that I can't even physically say it myself.
Nice.
All I know is that I know how to spell it. And the bigger fuck up is you have to say it correctly. Just throwing the noise out doesn't do it.
You gotta be accurate.
Yeah. Which just fucks it up more, because if you say their name wrong to them, they're gonna be upset.
I think I would be too if someone kept getting my name wrong.
Yeah. Especially if, the name holds power.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine walking up to, like, fucking, Kim Jong-un, South Korea's leader, and calling him, like, Kim Jong-un. They'd probably shoot you on the spot.
Yeah, you'd be dead. You would not survive that.
You walk up with your hand raised, like, "Hey, Kimmy, how's it going?" Immediate 3 guys are gonna shoot you in the back of the fucking head.
Mm-hmm. That's if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Possibly he could just arrest you. Probably
Hey,
even worse.
Your ass about to go starve in a prison somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Greed name is in chat. He's referred to as Khan. So that's at least the first syllable.
Interesting.
I'm about
So
to go look. My eyes. Hold on. Oh wait, chat. Wrong chat. Never mind.
Aboth has that same mentality. Is that his full name, their full name, has probably 3 or 4 syllables.
We could figure out more at some point.
Yeah, because their name isn't going to come up at any point. Everyone's going to be referring to them as Aboth.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. It's just that one key difference of, is Aboth the first, second, or third syllable of their name, or is it just a nickname?
Yeah, is it just to sound cool?
Yeah, I like to think that it's just a nickname. It's like something Pride gave to them or something like that.
Stage name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a stage name, like how some K-pop idols only use part of their name.
Yeah.
Rather than their full. Could be something like that.
I mean, being the child of... Oh, fuck, have I been saying the child of Pride?
Yeah.
It's a child of lust.
I know.
It didn't fucking correct me. Because I've been thinking of the other one, because there's 3 devils with names in the story. There's the son of greed, there's the son of pride, and there's the child of lust. You're the child of lust.
Cool.
Yeah, alright. The other thing that needs to be figured is the mortal parent. That's the easiest way to also figure out what the hell Abath looks like, is that they would have a couple features of their father. But obviously they take more genetics from the mother, which usually means that when a male sin has a child, that devil usually looks more mortal.
Can I just say that they look like Pete Burns in the 80s?
Alright, go work.
That's the best Pete Burns era.
Like at the moment, the son of greed had a human mother, so he looks incredibly human. The only way you'd be able to tell he's not human is by the fact that he has a pair of horns on his forehead and his eyes are red. And then we have the son of pride, who looks completely like a demon. Red skin and black hair and demon-like eyes and shit. But they also have dragon wings and a tail, which most devils don't have. So we came to the conclusion. What?
It's cool that they have wings. I just think it's cool.
Most devils don't have wings for one reason or another. Mainly because most mortals don't have wings.
Yeah.
But he does because his mother is a dragon kid. A dragonborn, whatever they're called in D&D.
Dragonborn, I think.
Yeah. So his mother is a dragon. So he has wings.
That makes sense.
He also should have scales and stuff, but eh. He's also one of the few devils that don't have horns. Which is comical because that usually only happens when both parents have horns. Or don't have horns. One of the, I don't know. It's that shit's like deeply complicated genetics that I don't feel like dealing with.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Main
It
basic
happened.
point. You got Lust, who I don't even have a goddamn visual for. She could look like anything, as far as I'm aware, just that fact of she's incredibly beautiful, arguably the most beautiful of the sins.
Maybe she's like a changeling and just morphs into whatever the viewer sees as beautiful.
That is possible, yeah. That would make sense.
I feel like Lust would do that, yeah.
Very,
like how succubi / incubi can morph into basically anything that the
one of the big
person
powers
wants.
of being the sin of lust is shapeshifting.
Mm-hmm.
Which made me just emphasize further that, like, Abath's mortal parent doesn't have to be male.
Exactly.
Be female as well,
Yeah.
in that rare case.
I don't have a preference one way or the other, though, for that.
Well, it does lead to a more funny, backstory.
I guess
Or
so.
slightly more interesting, at least. As 9 times out of 10 so far, when a devil is created, it's from a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the rare chance where Abath actually had a mother and father, both mortal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I don't know. It really wouldn't make a huge difference at the moment.
Yeah.
With the story going on. It's kind of just how they look, their aesthetic. Is them being slightly more like what their mortal parents look like. Ooh, actually, that would make sense for the deal. Because that's usually how devils are made, is a mortal makes a deal with a sin, and then the sin in counterpart says, alright, have my kid. You get powers, have my child.
Classic deal.
And it being the sin of lust, 9 times out of 10, what you're asking for is usually something to do with lust. Possibly also fertility or whatever. So maybe a couple was like, it's just not fucking working, and they got so desperate they decided blood sacrifice for the sin of lust. And it's like, all right, I shall grant you a child, but it will bear my visage.
That's very interesting, actually.
And maybe that equally leads into why Abath is so ingrained into botany.
Yeah, botany.
Is that their parents were wood elves.
What else is there a vibe?
Wood elves are some sort of nature-centric folk. So they grew up with a lot of learning herbal and foraging and nature.
That'll work. I like the half elf or wood elf idea.
Yeah. So it gives them a very simple design as well.
Yeah.
They have a little bit of red patches to their skin and maybe a pair of horns, but they also have very pointy ears. And a light greenish hue for their skin. Very sturdy folk. Natural green thumbs. They're not. Wood elves aren't really that impressively. Like the only time I've ever seen a wood elf be more obvious than just it's a fucking elf is Skyrim.
Yeah.
Where they are
structure.
Yeah, they're shorter and their skin is thinner.
And they also can talk to animals, apparently.
Yeah. Usually their eyes are inverted. They have black eyes.
Same with dark elves. Dark elves usually in Skyrim have black squares.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's a pretty decent one. So Abath has black scleris, reddish green pupils, very sturdy skin, connection to nature, pointed ears.
I think that sounds like a good description so far.
Very simple look. Basically, they look like a tiefling.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
They look like a pointed ear tiefling. Minus the tail. That works.
No, that does work. I like tieflings.
I mean, that's usually how tieflings are made anyways. Someone decided it was a good idea to fuck a demon.
Yeah. Are we making a character sheet or?
No, you just need basic details, and then I'll figure out health when we get there.
Okay. That's fair. I was gonna say we probably should, but we could always wait on that too.
There won't be many, rolls for stuff will mainly just be throwing into the usual 1 to 20. And then add in a plus or minus depending on what the fuck is actually the context.
So chaos. Gotcha.
Yep. Raw chaos, mainly roleplay forward. Just to get the idea on paper and visualized into a stream. Because it is arguably one of my best written scenes that I've ever made. And simply just telling it doesn't have as much impact as playing through it.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly, it gives me more of an excuse to voice act Sloth and Limbo, which will be fun. Kind of curious to see if I can get this to work. Bear with me. Bear with me a second. Tell me if... Actually, how the hell do I make this function? I need to change the filter so that... No, not that. Where is it? Properties... Yeah, how do I get this to work then? That, I believe? Maybe... I have a voice modifier that I'm going to have to figure out how to get to actually function for when we actually do this.
Those things are always tricky.
Yep. So we're going to see what the hell this sounds like. Hopefully it doesn't sound like crap. There might be a little bit of double audio, perhaps. Ah, shit, it's already doing it. Double audio. Which one is which? I don't know. Still, okay, found it. There we go. Now I should only be talking through one of them. Hopefully.
Oh, whoa, what was that? Sorry. Whoa. I tried to speak and my voice just came out in a squeak. That rhymed.
I didn't know what that was.
My apologies. I love it when my voice doesn't like to work.
Okay, I
like how the skin's already turning out. I like this new shading method I have.
Nice.
So I think I'm gonna stick to it now. I love when I try something out that I just came up with and it's like, yeah. Hi. Uncle's here. He says hi.
Why does the stream let us zone 15 minutes behind?
What on earth?
Well, Friday changed, yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry. How does it sound now?
Sounds like a tractor speaker.
Hello, how can we help you today? May I take your order? Order when ready.
Yeah.
I get it. I can't do it.
Sorry, our ice cream machine's down right now.
Yeah. What does it sound like? Worse,
Oh
better?
god, that sounds like the Brood Witch from Wonder Force.
I can't do this.
God, these all suck. I really do not remember what the fuck I used for him. Maybe this one?
Oh god.
Maybe it was this? I think it was this one. I don't fully remember. I don't know. Doesn't matter. He has a very electronic sounding voice.
That sounded electronic.
Yeah. He's talking through a TV screen.
Like
So
a
it's-
CRT TV screen.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he's gonna have
Cathode ray tube.
he's gonna have a bit of a weird voice. So I'll have to figure that out at some point.
Your art is pretty good, by the way, Lumi.
Thank you.
Actually, there
Makes
we
me
go.
very happy. I just gotta figure out. Ah! Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
But also, I want to like add her demon marks that I have on this one. But also, I don't know how to do that.
Is this?
I think I just make random ones.
I think I'm back to this. Okay. Jumping a lot of microphones here near the end.
Magic.
Oh, I'll have to figure out the voice later. Actually hear it like back on myself to get the right one. I might, depending on situation and which would sound better. I'm gonna have to feed lines, but I think it would be better if you do Limbo's voice. Lumi?
Me? For Limbo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably have something that can make me sound like a woman, but it would be easier to just have a woman do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just feed you some of the lines and go from there.
I like that.
Or both the character concepts and some other crap, so that you might be able to just play the character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a deeply difficult character for the most part. I think so. I like to think it's not crazy character. It's a very emotional character though. It's a very emotional scene. But I won't spoil it until we get to it. It's gonna be gut punches like back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what else there is to cover. I know there is still stuff to cover.
I just realized something off topic.
Hmm.
Every time I try to do these demon marks, are always gonna look different because I don't know how they're not gonna be consistent.
Yeah. That's just fun. That's just how it goes. What else is there with Aboth? There's obviously the botany thing, and how far does that reach?
I would just say mostly like, the books are there, the knowledge is there, but the practical application is growing weed.
Yeah, it's just knowing the plants of hell,
Yeah,
which
like all the knowledge in the world, but like only uses it for one thing.
it uses it mainly for narcotics.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, there is use there because that also means you can lean into chemistry. And the obvious thing of like, well, if you mix these 3 plants into a bottle and shake it vigorously, it fucking explodes.
Or it makes laudanum.
Mm-hmm. So just having like a sash of fucking bottles of stuff,
I like that idea.
random plants mixed together. That's usually what you do with botany is figure out how to make medicines or poisons or drugs
Yeah.
or any other number of horrid or funny shit.
You learn what plants do.
Yep. Then there's the other obvious, which is the second part of learning botany of an area. You also learn the area,
Right.
which is exactly what Aboff is here to do, which is they're the guide through the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th circles of hell.
Gotcha.
Which is going to be a hell of an undertaking.
There's just a couple of lefts and a right,
Yeah, hopefully. Hell's collapsed. Literally collapsed. Oh, wait, no, it's the 5th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Because during the collapses of hell, when everything went horribly wrong, the 6th circle fell on top of the 7th circle.
Ooh. That's rough.
And the 7th circle is Sloth's circle.
Hmm.
So I at least do have that written down. 7th was Sloth. 8 was... What was 8th? 8th was one of the lesser ones. It was Envy. That's it. 8th was Envy. 9th is Limbo. 6 is Wrath. 6 was Wrath. And then 5 is Greed. And you kind of just throw the other ones wherever the hell above that. You're not going there anyways, so it don't matter. But we're starting in the Circle of Greed, because that's going to be the funniest. Because that one's an actual city. With, like, people still living in it.
That's kind of cool.
What else? So, Aboff is sort of a pseudo-healer. Also DPS, AoE style stuff. Chemical warfare and drugs and necessaries. Guide of the area. What other details are going to fall in line here? Because they're a botanist and Mother Nature is on the goddamn team, that helps. So anything Aboff needs, they can explain it to Luna, the god of nature. Get something out of it that way. Hopefully we can work something out there.
Yeah.
And a weapon. That's probably another big thing. The obvious thing is bombs. Duh.
Yeah.
But an actual just obvious weapon is probably needed. Something that's not just mixing chemicals together, just a beating stick of some sort.
Or baton. You know those like batons with the side handle?
Oh, a tonfa.
Yeah, one of those.
That'd be cool. Tonfas are pretty fucking scary when you know how to use them.
Yeah, I know.
So just
Because
need some.
the PR-24 baton is like that police one. If you ever watch like an old '80s police movie, you'll see a lot of
I
them.
own one. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
They're great.
Yep.
I do too. I own them too.
I had a telescopic one as well, but I somehow broke it. You're a piece of shit.
Gotta stick with a solid one.
Yep. Now, I could see that, having a metal one of some sort that maybe has like a hidden flamethrower inside of it for the fuck of it.
Maybe,
Or like a porter light for the obvious.
yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
Doesn't, both mentality of for pleasure, but also for fucking up the local area by breathing through it. That's funny. That's funny as hell, because it's like, you don't even need, flammable liquids. You're in hell.
Right? It's just there in the air.
Like, simply just, opening a thing, flicking it on, and swinging it is going to catch the damn air on fire. And if it won't, well, I'm sure they have a chemical on their body in some way that you can quickly drink and then spit through it. And you can also use it to, light explosives and stuff.
I don't have many uses. The baton of many uses.
The baton has many. Fire is situational, especially since you're in hell.
Yeah.
But it's useful to just have fire with you at all times, just in case. You don't gotta take 14 steps to the side and pick up a handful of lava.
Yeah.
Is it out? Yeah!
What?
I pre-ordered an avatar. It's yeah! Let's
out. Go.
I got a new avatar. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I'm happy now.
Comically, and less comical, more obvious, Aboff is the weakest of the four, but the most knowledgeable. And I'm damn sure whatever the fuck they're carrying around with them in chemicals and compounds is more than likely designed purposely to fuck up the local demon population.
Naturally.
If whatever they've more than likely made something in their days that is purposely made to knock a full-grown demon on its ass. But what comes as more hilarious is their connection to their parent, which is what sort of connection to lust they have.
I thought it would be genetic.
It is genetic. I mean, it's like with the other two devils, they have some sort of deep connection to their thing in question. Sweller,
Yeah.
the son of greed, is very not greedy, but enjoys wealth, and usually has the ability to manipulate people into buying things. He's a merchant.
Mhm.
Timp, the son of pride, is very flamboyant and very full of himself. And he plays on a lot of wordplay and ego when he makes deals. But Aboff is...
Maybe Aboff is like lustful in the sense of like temptive in the sense of really liking the plants and,
Yeah, they have a deep...
pressuring other people to...
They have a deep
to try
love
this, like,
for
hey,
what they do.
yeah, and this is like, hey, you gotta try this. Like, it's like, ooh, like I'm tempting you, peer pressure.
Yeah, really good at peer pressure.
I'm making you want it.
I mean, what the fuck? They don't have to be naturally sexy. They could just be charismatic.
Yeah.
Being a
I'm not
smooth,
sure it makes them sexy.
that too.
And I would
Right.
kind of maybe like the dude from the Big Lebowski levels of charisma.
Yeah, they're very good at explaining things or sort of just like feeling like a homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all
So
people need.
that's-
I mean, it's a funny detail because it's like it's kind of a flip of the coin of if a devil actually gives a fuck about their demon parent.
Yeah.
Like Sweller has daddy issues. He's not a big fan of his father. Grown ass man, daddy issues. Funny shit. Timp loves his father and is very upset that he can't find him because Pride probably died during the collapse. We don't know.
MIA.
And that just leaves for ABBA and what their opinion of their parent was.
I would say just pretty neutral.
Never really got to
Like-
meet them, maybe.
Yeah. Not worried about it, maybe. Kind of like, yeah, that's me. Hi, yeah. Like, kind of like, not too cliche, but like, that, yeah, kind of like that kid that never met their parents, but isn't like too fussed about it.
That, though it
away.
is a little bit of a sad reality of at some point Abath got to the age where they could go back to hell, as devils have the ability to jump from the mortal world back to hell at any point they feel like it. But it's like they don't really understand that they can do that to a later age.
Okay.
They sort of reach a certain age where then they can gain a connection back to their parent, and their parent kind of explains to them how to go back to hell to come and see them.
Okay.
But they didn't get that chance. Maybe they learned it through another demon.
Could be, yeah. We could say that.
Because Lust is very, very dead.
Very busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy being dead.
They didn't survive the collapse, so maybe they never got contact with their parent, and so just learned it through another devil or any random demon walking around. That knowledge of like you can go back to hell. Like you physically have that ability. You just got to concentrate hard enough. Like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I should go check what the hell's going on down there. They do, and it's collapsed. Everything's destroyed. Hell is the worst state it's ever been, ever. And their just natural good nature decides that they're going to stay in hell for a little while and to fix it.
Alrighty.
Or at least help a little bit. Although that sort of breaks the contrast of them knowing who Sloth is.
Not necessarily, because you can be like helpful and still be lazy, like you're an ideas person.
No, I mean like if they showed up after the collapse, they would have no way of bearing witness to Sloth's content. So more reasonably is eventually Lust did contact them, told them how to go back. They did go back, and they just didn't really give a fuck about each other.
Could be, yeah.
Abath was just like, this place is amazing. It's vast. There's so many weird things here. Everyone is completely out of their fucking minds, and I can do whatever I want. I'm going to go do drugs.
Yeah.
I just
That would
lost
be
contact with
accurate.
their mother. Not like Lust would care. She probably has hundreds of fucking kids. Abath is probably one of
They're
hundreds of
definitely, yeah.
devils. if any one of the 9 sins is going to have a lot of children, it would be lust.
Mm-hmm.
So Abbott at least had that. They probably had a lot of siblings. Probably didn't see eye to eye with a lot of them, but a lot of siblings.
I don't even know any of them.
Well, of course not. None of the devils would really see each other as actual pure siblings, because it's all the only thing connecting all of us is that big bitch in the sky. None of us even came out of her loins. Literally just fucking, we have a connection to her. That's just it. So two devils of lust meeting each other is kind of just oh, you too? Yep. Damn. But no, I see that lust would be one of the big ones that are kind of just they're one of the more caring sins. Surprisingly, unlike most depictions, the lust circle is actually known for its healthcare.
I feel like they would have good healthcare.
Yeah.
Especially with all the stuff they're doing, they gotta.
Yeah, they're a lot of STDs. So it's literally down the middle of the lust ring is either red light district all the way or healthcare. Love and peace and tranquility and healthcare. And nature. A lot of gardens. I mean, that just makes the whole, hellweed thing even funnier. Love and tranquility. The hippies were kind of known for that.
They were.
Kind of just makes the emphasis even better. That would be a really fucking funny looking design. Is Aboff looks kind of tiefling-like, with a lot of emphasis on nature. So flowers in the hair, or vines and stuff on them a little bit, or just the general aesthetics of working with plants.
Yeah.
And then they're also wearing tie-dye clothes.
I mean, that could work, yeah.
That would look cool. That'd look dope as shit. That's an aesthetic you don't see very often.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a mix of botanist clothing, tie-dye clothing, and general work outfit. Because they are going around trying to help people. And it's pretty fucking hard to properly help people in a destroyed city with wearing flip-flops. The heavy shoes, tie-dye pants and shirt, sash covered in vials and jars. Cool-ass hat. I can see it. I can see it visualized.
Yeah, I can too.
I think I have a lurker. It's just a hunch.
Huh?
I'm checking my users in chat, and there's a certain person in here that I told about the stream earlier, but he hasn't said hi.
Sag.
Mm-hmm. Tim, is that you? I think that's you. You both have fragment magnet in your name. I think that's him.
Hmm. We'll never know.
I knew it. Nonsense. That's right. How dare you, Luke? How dare you? Hi, Tim. Welcome. How long have you been here, actually? I'd like to know.
I don't see any updates in chat anymore. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I just pulled the stream up for background noise, be real.
Everything's broken. I don't know what's going on.
That's fair. Well, I hope you've been enjoying it. Anyway, Lore talk.
Oh, that's what it might be. You might have to return on shared chat again.
What? Oh, yeah, because
everything reset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big ouch. There you go.
There you go. Now
it makes sense. All right. So, yeah, I think that's actually most of the major details of characters.
We'll see for you's playing. Let's go.
I think the only other thing to really cover is the other sons of bitches you're gonna have to deal with. Where the hell is it? So there's James and Khan. James is the near de facto leader of the GODS, which is the group that this is all a part of. He's a giant motherfucker, 8 foot tall, 9 foot tall, mostly cybernetic. Very imposing looking dude.
What was that? I just heard something go off.
Something broke.
Oh, Tim followed me. Yay! Thank you for the follow. We love it.
Let's go.
Mwah. You guys get kiss. I'm gonna start doing that every time. Every time I get a follow, like they get a kiss.
Good incentive. Yeah.
Yes.
I did actually put Floff's name in the thing for this. And it doesn't really matter if it's metagaming or not, because it's just like your bigger problem is going to be actually saying his name to him without him fucking killing you before you say it. Which his name is actually surprisingly easy to say. It's Akila Hender.
Akila Hender.
It's literally only 3 syllables. For a sin is wild shit. Unheard of.
The Shadow Legion.
Hello, Legion.
Hello, Legion. Hi,
Thank
Legion.
you for the follow. So, trying to think of any other major details that'll be decent to know beforehand, or any sort of questions to answer to make the characters make more sense. There is going to be an obvious one. There will be a bit of racist in the or racism in the party.
Well, yeah, obviously.
As there's, a fucking archangel dealing with a devil.
Makes sense.
Oh, shoot, I did it again, didn't I?
Maybe. Some background context, maybe, of Sloth. He's been around for a very long time. Not the longest, but he's been around a while. And he's a weird-looking guy. Although the only one who would actually know what he looks like will be Aboth. Because he would have seen how he looks on TV. He's a weird moss or like mold-like slime-like creature with a TV for a head.
Alright.
So his body is almost entirely one gelatinous mass, with it using a TV as a displayed head. So like its face is on the TV. Kind of like the Omega Flowey fight or something like that. Or literally any of the other, motherfuckers in media so far that keep getting TVs for heads. It's just so happens that Sloth is very rubber hose sort of movements. The kind of funny way of describing him was he looks like a PS2 character in a PS5 game. He looks like he doesn't make any fucking sense. His design and physicality looks like a cartoon existing in real life, with the only object of his body that looks real being the TV. Like, Cartoon Cat, that horror creature?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like that. So he's this goofy little guy until you piss him off. And there is some other horrifying context behind him, but knowing that information might take away a couple of the major plot points when it happens and when you actually meet him. But a big one that I like to bring up is that he can break the fourth wall. No one knows if he's doing it on purpose or he's just crazy, but he can break the fourth wall. A funny line I had him say the last time we did this was when the battle actually started and the first round started, or right before it. He does the usual bad guy monologue stuff, or like the boss fight of like saying something before the boss fight, Elden Ring style. And he said something along the lines of, it's like, dust off your fingers, get ready for this. There might be a couple quick time events, players, because we're about to have a really long fight. Something along them lines. He basically shot a thing directly at the people that were playing the DnD game. Like taking a shot at all three mediums, just in case. Which I'll have to rewrite the lines to actually remember how to, fucking do that. But yeah.
I think I have an idea of what I'm gonna do for the face. Sorry. I've been staring at this for like the last minute. I think I know what I'm gonna do now. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Good shit.
Because I can't do the I can't do the closed-eyed thing anymore because I just finished the base layer for this skin and I don't want to redo it all again. I kind of forgot about that. Right side, I don't really have to move the lips, so we're all set.
I think we are
Mm-hmm.
good. I think we've gotten all the information we really can.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's sort of just rolling the dice and playing the game. And figuring it out as we go. A good chunk of ad lib,
Nothing wrong with that.
There is the fact that greed is living inside of another human being. Which is also a really fucking important detail, but not really to the story. that, like, Aboff might question a little bit, because Greed actually ran Hell for a little bit until it collapsed. And then, as Hell was collapsing, he got Julius Caesar.
Oh, I see.
So that's kind of important. And I'm sure Aboff heard about that, of like, they killed the ruler of Hell.
Yeah.
Like, shit is truly, like, going downhill. It's over. But I don't think they would have seen the aftermath, which is they took Greed's soul and put it into a mortal man as sort of a cage. And then said mortal man got recruited into the GODS.
Okay.
So, Aboff meeting Greed face to face, sort of, it will be a funny interaction.
Hopefully.
Like, oh, this is a guy. This is just a regular dude. Why is he, talking to me, talking to us like he understands Hell like the back of his hand? And then he explains it of like, all right, you want to talk to the guy himself? Here you go. And he fucking changed his face. And quickly learned that they put one of the strongest fucking demons of Hell into a man. Literally imprisoned him inside of a random dude. More specifically, they put him inside of a Jewish lawyer.
Interesting
That's
choice.
amazing.
It's
Interesting. Very.
It's meant to be ironic. Kind of. Like a corrupt Jewish lawyer. He helped the mob. Which is what got him thrown in hell. Him being Jewish doesn't even fucking matter to the plot. I just put that in there because it was kind of just like, it would be a funny quirk detail. Just like how he looks. Anyway. I'm gonna get me dinner and sleep. Glad we could do this. Good to get all the notes down.
Yeah.
Write down what you have to. We'll find a day to do this, hopefully. Probably after Thanksgiving.
That'll work.
More than likely. Which is
Sounds good to me.
Gonna hurt like a bitch.
Right.
27th, I am off on Thanksgiving. Gonna enjoy Thanksgiving. And then I work for 5 days straight.
Holy shit.
And then I'm off for 3 days. So hopefully one of those 3 days, maybe we can start it.
Just let me know what dates you guys are free, and I'll check on my schedule, because my schedule's very volatile. It could change on a whim.
Yeah, me too. I'll throw my thing into the group chat, and we'll go from there. And I'll pester the other two into, figuring it out as well. And we'll hopefully do this some point in December. Hopefully. Really don't want to wait all the way till next year to do this. So, yeah.
It's a long time.
It's like 32 days away.
I do have school coming up, so it really depends, but I should have time.
Hopefully a god that we can... this campaign takes 2 streams.
Hopefully.
If it takes any more than that, we are dragging ass. Maybe 3. 3 is like the max, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway. Good night to you two.
Good
Good night.
night.
I will see everyone in the next one. So good luck and Godspeed.
Have a good one.
Till the
Have a
next
good night.
one.
Till the next one.
Probably tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing tomorrow, but we'll figure it out when it happens. Bye bye.
Of course. Bye.
Hey, everyone.